Oh,
And we are live. Yes. Oh wow, you gonna work
Oh,
out
world.
while chatting?
I probably can't keep it up. I'm sure I annoy every viewer to see me bopping up.
That's pretty cool.
Hmm,
I wonder how long you can do it. I'm sure you can
not
easily
long.
do it the whole show, right?
I mean, it's like yeah, basically like walking, right? So
Are you
it's like if
walking
you
or
walk
just
somewhere.
stepping up and down? Like,
I
Stepping up
mean,
and down. It's
it's
the
like
one that goes kind of like,
it's to mimic walking, right?
yeah,
well, it's not
Yeah.
really walking though.
it's not. It's more like somewhere between walking and like a step mill, you know, but like a much smaller range of motion. It's not it's not hard, but it's also not easy.
It's like shuffling your feet, right? Kind of.
Yeah, but there's like resistance. Like I have to like really put my weight onto each foot for it to move because I have it on max.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, lately I've been trying to look for ways to like increase cardio when I'm
Mm-hmm.
like doing stupid shit online.
Yeah.
So of course I can only do this when I'm like not like typing or like, actually focusing.
You could, right, if you get like a taller desk and put your keyboard on, and you could type while walking.
Yeah, I suppose so, but it is really hard to like focus, like
Uh-huh.
because the screen is moving up and down.
That's true.
But yeah, we are live though, right?
Yeah, we are live.
Okay. I can wait a few minutes for everyone to stream in. I need to open our topic list.
Interact. Share.
Oh, we don't even have our topic episode thing yet. I'm gonna make a thing. Episode 49.
Yeah. Crazy, huh? 49 weeks. 3 more weeks, right? And we're 1 year old. Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
I had it in
To
my goal to
celebrate
finish
with a
uploading all the
giveaway.
episodes.
Yeah. What can we give away?
What do people want?
We'll autograph some shit.
I'll send a pack of cigarettes to someone.
That's so terrible. That's the most
I'll
least
send my
healthy thing
favorite brand.
possible.
Free vape juice.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait,
I mean,
I should know what your favorite brand of cigarettes is, but for some reason I'm blanking on this.
I don't
Is it
think you
Marlboro
know.
Light or is
No.
it Newport?
There's
Oh,
no
Pall
Newport, man.
Malls.
Yeah, Pall Mall.
There's
Pall
no Newports
Mall.
in
Actually, yeah. No, Newport's an American one. I smoked Newports when I
Oh.
was in shit, I forgot what state it was already. Like basically cigarettes cost like so different from state to state when I was there.
Hmm? Yeah, it is.
It was like really expensive in I think New York.
Yes.
And like
They're
uh
quite taxed.
yeah. So I can't remember which state it was. It was really cheap. Like it was like
Oh.
I think like $3 to $5 a pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
so
then if you go to
I
like
bought a
Native
few there.
American places.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't go to any of those places.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But do you ever do the thing that I see people do where when you go to the airport, they like super stock up on like cigarettes in the duty free shop?
I mean I've done that to buy for people, not for
Mm-hmm.
myself, cause they don't sell Pall Mall and duty free. I'm not sure why.
Oh, because
It's too cheap, maybe.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean it is cheaper than like other brands, but like in terms of quality or taste, or I like it the most.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I smoke it. Yeah.
Oh, well, be right back. I gotta get my vice, which is my coffee. Oh. What
Ed-
about Palm all tastes
Edmund
better?
says give
Like
away iPhone 11. Can you even get an
11?
11?
Don't even get 12.
I don't
Yeah, don't you
know.
want a 12?
Yeah.
Or
It's like
maybe it was a
you don't even
typo.
want the latest one.
Maybe he doesn't want us to spend so much
Yeah,
money.
he's understanding.
Yeah.
It's like we give away. Singim has an iPhone 11, right? Do you?
No.
Oh, he has a 10.
I sold mine while you were with me. What?
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, we don't even have a 11 to give away.
Well, George has a 12 Pro Max.
It's not mine. It's works.
Yeah, but you get to keep it.
That's not true.
You said no one had to return it, right?
I mean, they haven't returned it yet. Doesn't mean Apple won't ask for it. I don't know. What if they suddenly? What if they were unhappy with what I did, then they ask for it back?
What have you done with it? I mean, like, have you...
I don't
What
know.
were you supposed
Let's
to
just
do with
say
it,
I wrote
actually?
like a bad review of.
No, I mean,
Like
what were we
Apple
supposed to do
TV.
with it?
No, write about it, and then as well.
Like, review the phone?
No. Like I can continue writing Apple news. It's like, I guess, incentive to cover their releases.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Have you done any?
interesting.
Yeah, I've done a few,
Oh.
but like, more. I don't know. Not really big. Like, as in the audience for EGG, they don't really care about all this, the news, like general tech news and like Apple services. They're more.
They do or they don't?
They don't.
I was thinking that, like, why would you? They like literally cannot play almost any games on the Mac.
No, on the iPhone. Like, you can play all those mobile games on the iPhone.
Oh, mobile game.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, the readers come for esports news, not tech news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I speaking of gaming, I'm back on the trying to investigate how to get a gaming PC train.
Did you
I
check
think
out my
Linus
deal
Tech
that day
Tips-
for the Dell one? Or was it sold out already?
all sold out. It was
Oh, that was
like
really
I was like
fast.
clicking through.
Okay.
Yeah, well, like yeah. So Singapore sent me this President's Day sales for Dell, but it's the same one that I had tried to get with my friend at exactly
Yeah,
10 a.m.
so I thought it was like a second chance for you.
No, it was the same thing. I was like, wait,
Oh.
that seems really familiar.
Uh,
So and then like now my friends want to play this game called Valheim
oh
on
yeah.
Steam.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
heard of it.
Yeah, but then I was like, of course I clicked on it. I was like, oh man, it's Windows only. So I was like, okay, let me back on. I'm back on the trying to buy one train.
Yeah.
And like yeah, one of my friends like linked me the Linus Tech Tips video on the most average gaming PC,
Oh
which
yeah.
has like the median parts of everything.
Yeah.
But that would still require me to like shop for parts. And so I was like, ah. And then like of course the moment I linked to my friends who are like you guys who are into gaming PC, they said like whole like spec list of like you should get this and that and that. And that.
Can't you like
I was
ask a friend over there to help you build one? You say you're paying for it, you know. But,
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I did have a friend like here and there who offered me, but I always feel like I kind of shy because I'm like, oh, it's a lot of work, you
Hold
know.
on.
it's fun
not-
though. I mean, I enjoy building PCs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I also kind of like don't want to wait. I like just want to like get it. Which I understand is like part of the fun for building people. It's like
Yeah.
you guys did like the waiting part. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean,
No,
like,
but I mean, if you buy all the parts and have it shipped to you, it's like almost the same as you buying a complete one, right? Because it's not like complete PCs get shipped out the next day either, right?
They don't? Well, I'm imagining if I order a gaming
I mean,
PC
it's not.
from
I mean, okay, it's not like
Amazon.
a Mac, right? I know like Macs they can ship out like the next day, unless
Yeah.
you like configure it differently. But
But, like,
when I bought like those Dell PCs before, like
Oh
my
yeah,
old
yeah. They're
right,
not
then
it's
they
slow.
usually have like a couple of weeks of waiting.
Right. Yeah, so I was looking at
But I
these
don't know what
like
they like
janky
these
ones
days. Okay.
on Amazon,
Oh,
which
yeah.
has Prime shipping.
So
But
the
they're, like,
Cyber
brands of-
Power PC, they don't have a really good rep. At least when it comes to esports, there have been like I think at least 2 to 3 events that I watch, and they were sponsors, and the PCs like
Yeah.
all had troubles.
No way.
Yeah. And then like
I got
there was
FOMO.
even one tournament they switched computers like after the
Oh.
first day, like to another brand.
That's so sad.
Yeah, because
so sad.
the computers they sent were terrible. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
How
I'm
can
not.
it be, how
Uh,
can it be terrible? Because
As in
The parts they use are like they don't make the parts themselves, right?
the assembly, the quality, like of the machines like basically crash a lot, like failed to start and all that, and then tech support
So
was
sad. That's like the basic of like what a PC
exactly.
should
It's
be.
like a premier like esports event, and then
Wow.
when the players want to
I
play,
mean, whose fault is that if it crashes though?
would be the sponsors, right?
No, but if I'm building a PC, right, and then I'm
Okay.
using like Intel processor, like Corsair RAM,
Mhm.
and like Asus GPU, right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm putting it together, but then like the individual parts are not made by me, so
Mhm.
No, but
like
I mean, if you're, sending your computers with your branding out to an event, you want to make sure they all run the game perfectly, right? Before you send them out.
yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying that since they don't actually make the individual components, right?
Uh
Like,
huh.
how can one PC brand be worse than another? You know?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's my question too.
yeah, sure, but as in the people like assembling the PCs or like doing the research for the parts to use, they would have had
Mhm.
to like test it out in QC to make sure everything's stable and working fine.
Yeah, so I my question is spam someone saying, yeah, like aren't technically what they haven't made anything, right? They just put it all together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how can they screw that up
Yeah.
to make it crash and stuff?
No, sure, but
Yeah,
like,
because
okay, let's say you go to a
it's not like
restaurant,
you're
right?
building.
You go to a
Okay.
restaurant, you order
Hmm.
food, and you get diarrhea. You're not gonna blame the suppliers, right? You're gonna blame the chef or the restaurant.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm in this
So in
analogy,
this,
what did they do to make
they are
give you
like the
diarrhea?
chefs.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but it's
So is it like literally not plugged in properly? Like what can go wrong in assembling a PC
Well, I
that will
mean,
make it
I'm not
crash?
sure what were the causes of the crash and all that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
because like
but
if you cook right and you undercook something, then that's your fault, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now I'm like plugging in components into each other. I'm not like
Yeah.
building the GPU from scratch. It's
Right.
not like Arthur send me the components and then I put it together wrongly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm just curious like how come some builds fail while others don't, like what's the
Right, right.
difference during
yeah,
the,
but
the
I
process?
mean, they're the ones who sold you the PC, right? So they take the responsibility.
Sure, I mean obviously I will go to them for like
Yeah.
my
No,
warranty and stuff
it's
lah, but
totally their fault. Yeah.
I'm just curious like what goes on during a build that can screw up .
Uh huh.
Mm, exactly. Like, well, what is the weakest link in these situations? Because this actually happened to my friend yesterday. He was going to stream World of Warcraft, but then he couldn't because his sound, nothing worked all of a sudden, even when it was working the day before. And he has like a fancy built, like self-built PC.
Okay.
And then it turns out like the motherboard, the MSI motherboard, like suddenly, literally yesterday had a new driver update.
Uh huh.
And then like he had to like install it and do all the fixes and stuff.
Yeah.
But like to me, I'm like, how can like sound suddenly need a new driver that emergency where suddenly it would just stop working? Like to me, like as a mostly a Mac owner, I'm like, huh? How can it be so bad? You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like updates come and cause the thing about PC is like you have like thousands of parts available,
Yeah.
and there's no way for the
Too many
manufacturer to
compatibility.
like test out every
Hmm.
single. So that's why they have
Yeah.
standards, and
Hmm.
like everyone
I see.
tries to build to spec lah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I mean,
Right.
occasionally there are issues like what your friend experienced, and usually the manufacturers will have like fixes or updates to address them.
Hmm.
Yeah. But so what a
Yeah.
lot of people do is they don't update their drivers instantly. Like the day
Hmm.
it's released, you wait
Mm.
for like
Oh, to
other
test out
people, yeah, who are more
the
adventurous.
guinea pig.
Yeah. I mean, that's what like if you go
Yeah.
to the Nvidia like subreddit, like
Hmm.
every time there's a new patch, there'll be people who test it out immediately and then they'll report,
Hmm.
and then like
That's nice.
there'll be like a sticky like comment or thread saying, oh, it's safe to upgrade or not,
Mm.
stick to your
Hmm.
current one. Yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, there are people out there who willingly try stuff out for you. Yeah. But again, like it doesn't. It's not 100% guaranteed, lah, because you might have a hardware combination that's odd and could have issues.
Sorry, let me turn off the kettle. What's going on? Yeah, so that's why I feel like very intimidated when it comes to building my own PC because I'm like, how would I know I'm buying the right
I mean,
stuff that's
generally,
compatible?
it's not such of a big deal anymore these days. It used to be,
Mm,
yeah.
okay.
Nowadays, I mean, at least in my experience, I feel it's very rare you'll get incompatible parts.
Yeah.
And like at worst, it
Well,
just won't like perform at I don't know, maximum like performance or whatever,
mhm,
but it's still workable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's yeah, the thing. I don't even want maximum. I just want like decent and won't go like, be unusable and too quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my friend had like sent me he wrote a whole long paragraph explaining like each of the parts and like what he thinks is the better version compared to like the one I linked, which is
Yeah.
the janky what's that brand called again? They all have really
Cyber
really stupid
power
names.
PC.
Cyberpower PC. Yeah. Um so he said he has a very similar build to the Linus one, which is with the Corsair case.
Mm-hmm.
That I should check the MSRP on every piece. Definitely don't buy anything with the Windows license like markup because you can get it for $20 these days.
Mm-hmm.
16 gigs of RAM. Uh, and then that the EVGA RTX 3060 is gonna drop on February 25th, maybe.
But
Good
that's
luck
like
getting it.
Oh, really?
but that's
He
like
said it
a
will almost
high-end
certainly be
GPU
hard to
though.
get.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like he said it's gonna cost $300 at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's the part that everyone's most like into, right? It's like getting a good GPU and not a shitty one. And then the rest is more flexible, it seems. Like yeah, SSD I understand. Motherboard 129 for MSI.
Mm-hmm.
Uh some fancy CPU, some Intel i7 or something.
Yeah.
16 gigs of RAM. Oh, this is actually not too bad. Now that I'm reading out loud, I'm like, oh, I understand each part. And then like a cooler for 39. And then the case is separate.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. This is very doable.
Yeah, I mean,
And a power supply.
yeah.
Okay. I remember you've been doing this for so long, because I remember like even several years ago you wrote about this on your blog, like building your own PC. And like did you wear like the little anti-static bracelet or something?
No, I
Or do I
didn't.
imagine that? I guess that's not an issue in Malaysia. And like here I have
Yeah,
to probably get that because I think it's like
probably.
way too staticky.
You have like rugs everywhere, right?
No, I actually
No?
only have fake hardwood floor.
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
you just wear like
Uh
rubber sole shoes
I
and
don't
then
know. Can I?
like because if you wear the shoes and like you're like grounding yourself, right?
I suppose. Do you have to be in like 100% dust-free environment to
No.
No, I mean, it would be ideal, but you don't have
Uh-huh.
No, like the people in
Okay.
Lao Yat like build PCs like in the back rooms all the time.
to. Maybe it's super clean
You're
though.
like that's not sanitary.
I don't know, never
And
been
then why are
to.
all these cases so like I don't know, ugly?
Because of the gamer aesthetic. Yeah, that's one
I
thing about like
know.
gamer products, which like.
Why do they all have to be that like loud RGB? What
Yeah,
is up with that?
I don't know.
I kind of like the
Not, I don't even
keyboards that
know
you
who
make.
started the trend.
I know.
Razer.
Is it Razer? Razer didn't do PC
Probably.
cases.
But they made
They do love
like
RGB.
they made RGB cool and people thought like, oh, imagine if we apply that to cases too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
actually,
like
that's a good, interesting thing to Google. Who
mhm,
started
the
RGB
RGB
trend
aesthetic.
in PCs? People that started gay pride parades.
That's
uh,
hilarious.
Not likely people who started the trend were modders that installed RGB lighting. This was 4 years ago. Started late 99, early 2000s with fans, side lights. No one said any brands. As far as I can
These
tell.
sort of things are very hard to like track down, though.
Right? I'm sure
Yeah.
someone knows out there.
It's like the same with all these like slang and stuff, right? Like
Mhm.
just one day out of the blue, you just hear everyone using it, and like you have no idea like where it came from.
Oh, apparently
Yeah, unless there's
Corsair
people like
and Razer showed off RGB keyboards at CES
Oh.
2014.
Okay.
And then after
Yeah, that
that,
sounds about right.
possibly.
Mhm.
I don't have the timeline, but sounds
Yeah.
likely though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't really make a set because I have the DAS keyboard that's plain, and I have a plain black monitor.
That's fine.
So it sounds like I need to get a plain black case or something.
Where are you gonna put the CPU anyway? Like under the desk or above?
So I have like a bar counter. So yeah, the only place I possibly that would make sense, it's like in the corner of the apartment.
Yeah, so you won't even see it. Like it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I want it to be just like unobtrusive, you know.
Yeah.
But are there ones where like you can see the cooling stuff and it's like it runs water through it? I imagine the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can buy a water cooling system.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And you can get a case with a glass or acrylic panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that it's see-through. I mean, these days, I think most cases are like that already.
Yeah, the whole see-through aesthetic.
Yeah.
I guess in order to do RGB, it would make sense for it to be see-through.
Yeah.
Yes, RGB. Okay. All right. I might give this a shot. I know it's like I totally don't have time for a new hobby, but it seems less committal actually for me to build my own, right? Because I can always swap out the parts if it doesn't work out or whatever.
Yeah. I think
Which
I
I
don't know,
guess you
mean,
can do even
building
with
a
pre-built,
PC
but-
is actually very easy. Like, I mean, I don't
You
know,
just-
maybe because I've been doing it for a while, but like,
I never showed you my PC, or have you? Have I?
I don't think we've seen it. Can you show it?
Let me take a photo.
Oh. I guess you can turn your camera, huh?
excuse me.
Huh, why the light so blue though?
Oh, wow. That's really cool. I like that case. What case is it?
It's a Lian Li case.
Sounds China.
I think they are from China, but they are a popular brand though.
Oh, Lian Li. Okay.
Yeah.
China or Taiwan, right? I
I'm
think.
gonna type
Oh,
it so I remember.
Yeah, I think Taiwan's probably.
I don't know.
More.
Everything's either Chinese or Taiwanese.
Mm-hmm.
I think MSI is Taiwanese.
Asus also.
Oh, I can see the name Lian Li on there. I see.
You
I
go
mean,
to
to me,
like
this aesthetic-
Reddit, like battle stations, like almost everyone
Uh-huh.
has this case. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this shows off you're inside the best.
Yeah, there's that, but I also picked it because like it could accommodate like a lot of fans.
Mm-hmm.
So like I always like really paranoid about like PCs overheating.
Mm-hmm.
So like I got a case that could fit like a ton of fans. So I have 9 fans running inside.
Oh.
But it's like
So do you
super
have
quiet, like you
to-
don't hear it at all.
So do you have to buy a fan by Lian Li? Is that how it works? Does that have
No,
to
you don't
fit?
have to.
Oh, okay.
You can buy yeah, as long as like it fits. You have to check the specifications of the fan, like the dimensions. And then you have
Oh.
to see whether like the case has like the appropriate clearance.
Okay.
And then also like
Well-
if you're gonna buy like a case, right, then you need to consider your GPU also. Because if you're gonna get like a
Mhm.
small case, right, then you might not be able to fit like a full size GPU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have to
Well,
take that into
that's fine because like
consideration.
my space is quite it's in a corner. It's quite tall, so I
Yeah, I mean, if you
can
have a lot of
buy a
space,
bigger
then you can get
case.
like a larger case, and that's not a problem.
Oh, I see that
Yeah.
George is quite RG.
Yeah. Well, it's only just one light from the fan actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I turned it on because like, well, it can turn on, so I just left it on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, this looks like an aquarium. It seems like everyone's just having an aquarium. So a pet, you have a GPU.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. All right. Okay. You guys have me excited to try to learn how to do this.
Yeah. Well, I
And I
mean,
think what I'll do is I'll just link everyone the price list and you guys can tell me is that a reasonable price or not.
well, cause I'm not sure like whether reasonable price here is the same as the price there.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But I know that
Nothing
President
is
Day
reasonably priced
deal,
here.
that price is very good.
Yeah, but there's like only like one unit or something.
Yeah.
It's impossible. Well, all right. So let's move on to our writing prompt.
Sure.
I enjoyed reading both your stories. Sorry, I had to like do it really quickly because I woke up late. So I feel like actually I'm gonna go back to reread it and more properly.
Let me
Yeah.
paste.
I like how none of us address Dyson spheres.
I mean, I feel
Like, I don't want to have to
it's like
research this.
not that important. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just the
Um,
like setting for the story, and
mhm.
it gives some sort of explanation to the two different kinds
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Singips because it reminds me of Stanley Robin. Is that his name? Oh gosh, it's football player. That's basketball player. No, author.
Who?
Oh,
Oh.
Kim Stanley Robinson. Have you guys heard of him?
No.
No.
He writes a lot of good sci-fi. He won many awards. The one book I read from
Wow, his
him
books
is
are
called
like 2 3
Shaman.
1 2 2 1 4 0.
What?
This is titled the book 2 2 3 1 2, and then New York 2140.
That's the year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um, yeah. So in his books, he goes into like setting the world for quite a bit before he really goes on to the story. And I felt like that's my feeling when I read your story is that was like setting up the world first.
Oh.
Oh.
And like he also does like at least in Shaman, it's pretty much kind of like that, like a rite of passage sort of story about warriors.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you might like it. It's a the plot is actually really simple and like kind of like simplistic in a way, but then because he sets up the world so well, it doesn't bother me as much.
Which one is it?
Shaman.
Shaman.
The
Yeah,
novel
that
of the
one's
Ice Age.
yeah, it's about the
Oh.
past, the distant past. So I know you don't like sci-fi, so this is about the past.
Oh, the
About
cover looks
like
pretty cool though.
yeah.
The
It's
lens
pretty
flare.
it's a bit
It's
thick.
like the stock Photoshop
Yeah,
lens
it's the one
flare.
from Photoshop. Well, it is an old book, right? No, it's not that old. It's 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it when it came
But
out.
I don't know. Book covers are like another topic we can go into. There like
Yeah.
seems to be
Oh yeah.
some sort of template.
Yeah. I mean, you're an expert on it, right? Because you did Big Bad
Yeah.
Wolf. So you've
I
seen
mean, yeah, I've seen
thousands
a
of
lot
book
of book.
covers.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
Have you ever asked them?
There is a trend, huh? Ask
Have you
who?
ever asked publishers like why,
Oh
how,
well, the only
or like?
publishers that we've come in like direct contact with did children books, which are definitely more creative than all these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we didn't meet any of the like adult novel
Mm.
publishers.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I read one article about this topic because I must have stumbled across it or something, and they said that people do judge books by their cover.
Mhm.
So, like for example, if you like well, the guy who wrote the Notebook, what's his name? Nicholas something. Like
Nicholas Sparks.
that's sort of like yeah, Nicholas Sparks. They
Yeah.
all look the same because they know that the women will like who read well, the stereotype, but it is mostly women.
Mhm.
Like who read that book would go for another book that's very similar.
Yeah.
So it's like almost like you are kind of stuck with your genre, and that's the downside of like working with a big publishing house is that you don't have a choice actually. Whereas if you do indie publishing, then you can design your own cover and be whatever.
Sure. Yeah. I guess big publishers probably want to save money too. Like
Oh, like use the same artist?
I don't know. Maybe they have like a collection of
Ah.
like stock art they bought, and then they tell their designers, "Oh, you can create covers
These.
from this library that we've already paid
Yeah,
for." I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing.
that's possible.
Yeah.
There is some stock image-esque quality to a lot of these.
Yeah. Especially fantasy novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them look like the same.
Yeah. Samey, like a small figure in the distance.
Actually, that's kind of why it puts me off buying a lot of fantasy novels, unless I know what I'm looking for already. Because like to me, it all looks the same, so I'm like, I don't even know whether it's good, right?
Yeah.
But then like for other books with more creative covers, I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. Then like I pick it up, Like was it The Life of Pi? Like when I first
Yeah.
saw it in the bookshop, I was like, oh, this looks quite cool. And then I bought it and I read it,
Yeah.
But yeah, if it had a more like generic cover, I don't think I would have been as interested. So I think it's very true. I mean, I don't think it's true that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
as in
and I
you,
think,
you
like,
shouldn't, but people do.
at the very least, it makes you interested lah. Like whether the actual
Yeah.
contents is good or not is a different story, but like it makes you interested in picking it up.
Yeah.
Right. And then like in my local bookstore, back when I used to be able to go, they would sometimes have like a republished series of like books that are already even out of copyright, but then they make it into a really nice cover.
Yeah.
And it immediately makes it super interesting. And I'm like, oh, this is like such aesthetically so pleasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do that. I think Penguin or Random House or
Yeah,
something.
Penguin.
Yeah, they republish all the old literature classics with like really nice modern minimalist art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a sucker for those.
I mean, they look really nice and all, but like you can just go Google and
Google
read
it,
the
I
original
know.
thing online. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, clearly we don't. But yeah, I feel like my appreciation for book covers has kind of gone down because I've been doing so many ebooks, and oftentimes they don't even open to the cover page when you open them. It goes to like the table of contents or something, and you miss the art completely unless you really went back.
Oh right. Yeah.
I mean, like I like looking
Yeah.
at the art when it's like in tiled format. Like you looking at all the books that you have in your collection. And everything is like
Oh,
organized.
it's
so
a nice
nicely.
cover.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that version before.
Okay. Yeah. I like his,
Yeah.
his covers. Well, I mean the covers for his books. They're quite nice too.
Yeah, that's a new aesthetic because I think the version I read had a more like busy cover.
Okay. Yeah. I guess it's a trend.
Yeah. And I like it when like you can see books when they have different versions and they have different covers for each version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new chance to be fresh.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I
what.
feel like that's the next level challenge for us is if you do a writing prompt and you have to draw your own cover for the story.
My cover would be so shit that no one wants to read it.
You'd be like stick figure.
Yeah, exactly.
That reminds me
No,
of
but
like.
what if you can use stock images?
Yeah.
What if you can like Photoshop it?
I'm
You don't have
bad
to
at
actually
Photoshop too.
draw. Oh, speaking of Photoshop, where's our vector art?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like doing it this week, but then like I don't know, it didn't look very nice to me.
I mean, show
Can you
us.
show it to us? You don't have to commit to it, but I'm just curious what it looks like.
We can have a look
Oh, okay.
at
Yeah.
some ideas.
Yeah. Plus, we might think it's really good. I have a feeling it's that. Like, it's
No,
actually
it's
really,
not.
really good.
I was like, it's very inconsistent lah. Like my calligraphy is very inconsistent.
And that's the charm.
Oh.
If it's all consistent, I can like literally find a font called handwriting font.
Yeah, it crossed my mind that day. I was like, why don't you just like find a font that looks like calligraphy?
because we
Oh,
don't
Because it's
want
gonna end
that.
up looking at it too.
No, I want
No.
imperfection.
Yeah.
Like this whole podcast stream is about imperfection.
Exactly.
You have not noticed already.
It's an imperfect podcast.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
It's so like off the cuff.
So janky.
Yeah. Unplanned.
Exactly. We don't even tell people when we come on. It's so terrible.
Well, I mean, we've been consistent to with this time for quite a while now, which is good.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning
Mhm.
in, Edmund.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I told some of my friends in Colorado who are like an hour ahead of me, but I still would make it like 6 a.m. and no
Yeah.
one's awake.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, sing it while you're linking us the vector art. I was thinking like for you guys, do you guys have your own like self-critique of your story? Because I definitely have for myself. Because my plan is actually instead of writing a new
Yeah, we
story,
haven't
I actually
commented on
want
everyone's
to.
stories yet.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
So you
wait.
you said you talk about mine, but you haven't talked about George's one. Other
Oh,
than
yeah,
saying
right,
like it looked like it felt like Moana.
Yes. All right.
Also, it's incomplete.
George-
But yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering, did you read Sing Up's story first before you wrote it, or
No, I
did you
didn't.
independently come up?
I-
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, that's so similar.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's quite similar.
I was like, I was gonna say, did you plagiarize my story?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
like yesterday, I was talking to Singim yesterday. I was like having
Uh-huh.
trouble visualizing like how what the fuck the
Mhm.
the world is gonna be like, cause like the writing prompt is like pieces of a Dyson sphere floating across a dim star. So it's essentially like platforms in space.
Yep.
And like I don't know, it was like I find it like so hard to imagine, like and all that comes to mind is like Star Wars and all those like sci-fi films of like basically planets in space. Then I realized like that's not so important lah. It's just like the background of the story, and I didn't have to focus on that. So I drew Singip, like I drew a diagram. I showed Singip like my interpretation of like how the two sides will meet. Right, is they climb to the edge of the world, and like that's where they'll meet. But yeah, and then so today I came up with that.
Yeah, I really like that. I felt like you put a lot of thought into like the physicality of how this actually happens. I think he and Singapore like skirted that whole topic altogether. Like magically they can meet each other or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good too.
Yeah. So I like it's almost like your stories can be combined because you guys both have different strengths, and because it's a very similar theme, it almost can be like the same world to me.
Possibly, yeah.
So like you purposefully didn't left it open, right? So that you can have more to the story.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, I wrote at the end it's incomplete, so I mean, well, I don't know if I'll finish it, but I guess I should. Yeah, write some more. I want to have.
I feel like
the
you're pretty good
characters
about that.
Meet at least, yeah. I mean, that's a whole
Yes.
writing prompt. They meet for the first time, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I also like the fact that it had a strong female character.
Oh. I mean, it could have been the guy. Like the genders, like didn't affect the story so far, but yeah.
I know, but like I don't know. It is more of a trend now, right? That was strong female sci-fi character. But back in the day, there was like nothing. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
really
actually, speaking of which, like I was watching an episode of American Gods, the new season, and then one of the characters is like has this ability to like change their look,
Okay.
and then so for the, I think if I remember correctly, like the previous season it was like a white guy, and then for this season, like she appeared as like a black woman,
Oh.
and then like one of the other characters was saying like, oh, I guess white guys are not trendy anymore or something like that.
How self-referential.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another show
Yeah.
where that was an issue? The Watchmen or
I mean-
something? where
Watchmen.
Like too many white people or
the
too
guy
few
could
white
be
people?
anyone, and then he chose to.
Oh, yeah, Doctor Manhattan, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
he chose, but he's a blue
No, but I
person.
mean, like before he became blue, I think he was a white guy too, right?
Oh. But this was written in like the 80s or something. Like we can't retrospectively
No, this is the
apply
new
our cultural
show,
norm.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
they
like the
released a
source
new
is
series.
yeah, but the source material is written by Alan Moore so many years ago though.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
now
know,
you're
like
trying to create a show to appeal to the modern generation.
yeah, that's true. But like changing Dr. Manhattan seems a bit drastic. I don't know. But yes, it wasn't. I remember the plot wasn't exactly racially diverse, but it's like such a like it's not something I even noticed because it's such a like complex plot though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Netflix was or somebody said that. Oh yeah, everyone's doing like United Colors of Benetton and like trying to squeeze every single race into the cast. But you know which new movie trailer slash movie does it well? Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that. So many Asians on screen.
I know, I love it.
No, but
I
I
think
mean,
I
like
used to.
if they're gonna be like ninjas and like stuff, then people gonna complain like, oh, why they white
Uh-huh.
ninjas? Yeah.
Do you remember the old
Yeah.
ones if the ninjas were white? I can't remember already.
You mean like the original movie
Yeah,
or the game?
the movie. I mean, in the game they
Pretty
don't
sure.
take off their mask, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they were white actors.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get over
Even
here.
even like Liu Kang, I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
who can they.
Liu Kang was like a
Wow. Okay.
very like American Chinese, I feel.
Okay,
Oh.
The original one.
Oh.
Chris Casamassa played Scorpion in the original movie.
Uh-huh.
Let's see where.
I mean,
he's
it definitely
from.
didn't have an all-star cast. I remember like there's
Yeah.
like nobody famous
Okay,
in Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah,
He
Robin
looks.
Show was the
He
original.
looks
Liu Kang.
white. Francois Petit is Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Francois
So-
Petit.
Yeah.
I love I love Mortal Kombat movies now. I think I used to think that oh they're so stupid and like
Yeah.
campy, but now I'm like oh yeah it's supposed to be like that. I feel much more accepting of this whole
Yeah,
genre.
I mean the thing it was so over the top. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't. I don't think it was ever meant to be taken seriously, right?
Mhm.
Especially when like in the later games they introduce fun stuff like babality and friendship
Oh.
and
Yeah.
all sorts of like weird stuff. Like, but people
Mhm.
still complain lah, like that it's too violent for people and whatnot.
Well, it is pretty damn violent.
Yeah,
I
it
do
is,
enjoy
but-
like watching just the fatality scenes on YouTube though. That's the kind
Yeah.
of person I am. Like, I don't want to play. I just want to see what happens.
That's
Oh, I
what
see.
everyone
It's so
looks forward to.
creative.
Like every time there's a new
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, can you imagine being the designer of the person who thinks about the fatality animations?
Oh, I
Like,
read
'cause
There was,
it's very
uh,
hard.
there was an
actually.
interview like a few years ago. They were
People had
saying,
like nightmares or
Oh.
stress from work.
oh, I don't know, but then they said like what the ones that we're seeing now in the game, like they apparently they had like, even more like violent versions that they were working, but they felt it was, like too much.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I remember
wow.
reading is like people like in the office they shared like live leak videos of people dying and all these animal cruelty and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
a lot of
That's
disturbing
way
stuff.
worse.
Yeah. No, as in like they get inspiration from all that. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Then that makes
And,
it like, a
like,
lot more
that was like
dark.
torturous for the people working there, I guess.
Oh.
When they couldn't take
Gee.
it. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that they just like made it up in their minds.
Yeah,
Which I don't know
I
why
would
that's
assume they
what
will
you told.
make it up. Though.
But now I'm like, oh, that's really like messed up. It was based on reality.
Does it make it worse if it's based on reality?
To me, it makes it way worse because that means someone had to suffer for this art to be true. I don't know.
Well,
Even though
they-
I know like that's not how it works.
It's not like they suffered on purpose. It's a video of someone
I know,
suffering.
but
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, like incidental. Oh, this is like terrible analogy. Maybe this would lead us down a dark path, but it's sort of like those hidden camera porn things, and like watching that. Like technically, I guess like it's already out there, but then like the act of watching it still feels kind of wrong. And that's how I feel about this whole situation.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know, but I shall erase this from my memory so I can re-enjoy Mortal Kombat though. Yeah, like the newest one looks really good, but I don't know whether like now we're just like desperate for any movie or something
Possibly.
because we just like missed the cinema experience.
I do miss the cinema, but I don't mind
Yeah.
if movies just go on demand,
Mm,
at least for now, while we're still under the pandemic.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But who like I feel like to me Sub-Zero is always the coolest character and the one I want to play in Mortal Kombat.
I
I
always
think a
torn
lot of people also
between
think the same
Scorpion
thing.
and Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like Scorpion more than Sub-Zero. Actually, there was a
Oh.
cartoon that came out, I think last year or 2 years ago.
Mhm.
The Scorpion one. Did you watch that, Singip?
No.
It was pretty good.
Oh,
It's
really?
the origin story of Scorpion. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You should check it out.
Mm.
It's
Yeah, my friend got the game.
the Scorpion.
Oh. Oh no,
Scorpion
no, I
game?
just mean the Mortal
Oh,
Kombat
Mortal
in
Kombat, yeah.
general. But
Oh.
not even the latest version. But now there's like not only there's like bajillion characters in the game.
Yeah. There's tons of
Especially with
characters.
DLCs.
Yeah.
I'm like all of them like DC, like
They even have like
Joker,
the
and
Freddy, the Nightmare on Elm Street guy, I think, right? Freddy Krueger.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So now I feel like it's a bit diluted, almost like because I'm like random people off the street are in the game. The lore
Well, that's just the game, I
doesn't seem
guess.
to work.
It's like Smash Brothers, right? They introduce tons of
True.
new characters. Yeah.
Yeah, but at least they're all within the Nintendo universe.
No, some are not even Nintendo
Right?
characters.
Oh, true. Like
Yeah.
Snake or something.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Hmm.
But I mean, like, do you guys actually play the newest Mortal Kombat?
No, I haven't played Mortal Kombat for a really long time.
Last one I played
Yeah.
was like 10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only like just went through the story one time and then I was done with it. Yeah, I was just playing for like, because I felt like playing a Mortal Kombat game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, is it on PC? Maybe if I get a PC.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
PC.
there's the Mortal Kombat X, right?
Yeah,
I guess I will need a gamepad controller.
yeah, you can get one, or you can plug your Switch controller to your computer. If you have the
No, I don't have
Pro
one, remember?
Oh yeah, you returned it,
I returned
right?
it.
Yeah.
No. Now I'm PC Master Race.
Well, I mean, you can use any controller.
Okay. Yeah, but what do you guys think about your own stories before I move on to mine?
We haven't talked about your story first.
Oh, I have to talk about my own first.
I mean, we haven't talked about.
Oh, you guys
yeah,
haven't talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yours was like very unexpected. I thought that was nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
At least for me.
I'm surprised.
I didn't see it coming. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't
oh.
either.
Okay. Good. I got
That's why I was like
twisted.
really surprised. And that's why I thought it was like one of your better efforts, your best efforts.
And
so
you
far.
wrote like a mini press release inside.
Yeah.
I know it was so hard. Yeah. I definitely try to use different medium or whatever. I think is
Yeah.
one of the writing techniques.
The name Very Destiny is kind of cheesy.
It is very cheesy.
but overall,
But you know, it's based on a actual word. Very decent
No.
means green.
Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, we learned something new today.
Oh man. So in writing the story, I now know many synonyms for the word green.
What else? Besides very decent.
Like jade, I think I threw in there.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Well, clearly I didn't remember any of them. Green.
Oh, the one right at the end. Diaphanous glow.
Sage. Aquamarine. Glaucus apparently also means green, which I didn't know.
Huh.
Emerald.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of different like colors essentially.
No, I
Like
didn't notice that.
like
Yeah.
like Crayola names or those fancy Copic marker names or something.
But do you
Yeah.
envision the fungus being green?
Oh, okay. So I'll tell you my inspiration. So I was fishing like with Yuhang for like a long time, and then like in this place called Pyramid Lake. It's owned by Native Americans. So there's a lot of lore around this lake, which is
Okay.
like one of which is that there are water babies in the
Oh.
lake that will pull you into the water.
Oh.
You know, if you're not careful. And they come from like, unfortunately, like, you know, a lot of Native American women who may have like miscarriages or abortions, and then they throw it into the lake.
Uh-huh.
So, so that's
Oh.
where like the whole idea of like babies, come from.
Yeah.
And like oftentimes when I'm fishing, if your lure gets to the bottom for too long, it drags algae up.
Uh-huh.
So I have to like throw away all the green stuff back into the water all the time.
Oh.
So that's why I was kind of imagining, as like
That's
the
pretty cool.
fungus growth. Yeah. So it's inspired by real life.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. And like the ending's also inspired by real life. I guess a spoiler is like the picking the scab thing is because Yuhan keeps picking on my acne scab like right here the other day. So I got this inspiration, which is so stupid.
That's cool.
I've
I
been
mean,
trying to
like,
get her to read my story so that she can like appreciate how I've incorporated real life into.
Yeah, I thought like the character sounded a bit like you.
I know. I can remember my inability to write other people.
No, I mean, that's because I know it's you, right? I mean, I know you, so I can
Yeah.
like, oh, it sounds like you, right?
True.
But like,
Yeah.
to anyone else who doesn't know you, it's like,
Mhm.
it could be like refreshing, you know?
Right. But that's so funny because my issue if I want to rewrite the story is I feel like the character are too flat, like almost like cartoonish in their personality.
Oh,
Like the main character is too mean in like a Scrooge kind of way. So this is actually like the story is Space Scrooge is what I was trying to write. I was trying to write like a change of heart, like in a very short amount of time, sort of story. But
yeah.
that means that the Diane, the side character, is like too like passive and like too soft and too forgiving. I did not like that. So that's what I want to fix. Is like both these characters need more backstory, or else they're just like two-dimensional, like weird reactionary characters.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, it's a prompt, right? You don't need to write like a whole
Mhm.
novel based on it.
Right.
So yeah,
Well, she could. For
I
Nano
could.
you
Remo.
could.
Or for
Oh,
your
yeah, if you
Cli-Fi.
Right. With sci-fi, I want to update my story. So I think now I want to train myself to edit because that's the hard part for me. It's like a willingness to revisit a story and fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of doing a new writing prompt. But you guys can do new writing prompts if you want to. You can, like watch me struggle through reworking a story. And the original plot was gonna be depressing. So I was thinking up a little bit how like but I originally wanted to be like, you know, the main character is good and it's just like has lost her baby or his baby and then like, you know, finds a very similar looking baby in space and then tries to look after it and then it dies.
Yeah.
Because of you know,
Oh,
they used up all the fungus or whatever. So it's gonna be more of a tragedy, like you know, in their
oh,
desperate attempt to help, they actually cause they instead
oh,
harm.
that sounds pretty good already.
Oh, thank you. It's a very gothic kind of plot, like you know, something
But I
bad and then
mean,
they even
like,
worse and then they die.
are you like not used to writing tragedies?
Oh, so the grist prompt, I think they don't want that. I think
Yeah.
we're like
I
in
mean, not
it's
necessarily
implied.
not for the contest, but I mean like in general.
Oh, but I wanted to be lazy and just recycle this plot for the contest.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why I
okay.
didn't go with that.
Well, I mean, you can
Yeah,
keep
but
it
that might have been
as
a bit.
an idea for another story next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's from that actually.
It sounds like a horror movie kind of story.
Yeah, like
And then the new
oh
baby is
gosh.
actually evil.
But I
Yeah,
mean, at the end, I was
that's a good
getting
one.
like some Prometheus vibes.
Story.
Yeah.
Robert.
So this book, I hate. Oh, speaking of covers, I hated the cover and I ditched it. So I would rather look at the actual book.
Yeah, I hate those slip-on covers. Cause
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
why
keep
do they
like
and
do
it's
just
just
that?
not
falling
well
out,
designed.
Yeah.
and then like the cover gets damaged, and then in the end you have to chuck it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or you
Yeah.
take it out at the start and then you keep it somewhere.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I never
I
got
think I
that
lost
about
quite a few covers already.
hardcover books. They all have covers like that. And they get
Yeah.
damaged. Yeah. Cause during
Actually,
Big Bad Wolf, like a lot of hardcover books like got damaged really easily, so we had to be very careful when like packing them.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this book has like little illustrations like that to demonstrate the arc
Mm-hmm.
of like how you make a story interesting.
Oh,
And I think yeah, like yeah, but it kind of like gets to be like super complicated because it gets into like conflicts and whatnot. And I think this is
oh,
mirrored, but you kind of get the
no, it's
idea.
not.
Yeah.
It's not mirrored.
Oh, it's not mirrored. Oh, okay. Yeah. So actually, there's this movie called Adaptation with Nicolas Cage. Have you guys seen that?
Oh,
Sounds familiar.
It's actually it's really good. I highly, highly recommend it. It's not very long,
Adaptation
but
movie.
yeah. And it's a self-referential movie, sort of. Like the movie plot is about this guy who is like desperately trying to write a good movie. And he has a twin brother who is also played by Nicolas Cage. So Nicolas Cage is like appears twice. Okay.
Uh,
He's And then the brother is like this like super like bum person who's like, oh yeah, I want to write a movie too. And then like he takes a class by Robert McKee based on
okay.
this book. So
Uh-huh.
it's actually referenced in the story.
Oh
And then
wow.
the main character is like, oh, it's gross, it's so stereotypical, but he himself is really stuck.
Yeah.
Um yeah, and then like hijinks ensues. And it's like in the movie you get the sense that the writer is writing about his struggle of writing this movie. So I
wow.
really, really like that.
Roger Ebert gave it 4 out of 4 stars.
Yeah. Eh, and it's like it really gets at the heart of the writer's struggle
Okay.
of
Ah,
like
cool.
when you're
Check
when
it
you're just
out.
like yeah, creatively stuck.
Yeah, Spike
And it
Jones.
follows a very typical plot. I think that what's interesting to me is that it's actually not that complicated,
Mm-hmm.
but then it just fits together so well that you're like, oh, it's very satisfying. Like you're like, oh, conflict resolution.
Oh.
So
Huh. Spike
yeah, so I feel
Jones
like I
like
need to read this.
filmography is so strange. He's done like the Jackass movies, and then
Mhm.
he's done stuff like Where the Wild Things Are, Her, and Being John Malkovich.
Yeah. But I think he picks movie plots like this, right? Where it's like weirdly self-referential or kind of like surrealist.
I forgot if I've seen
I
where
mean,
the wild
Jackass
things
has no
are.
plot really.
That's true.
Yeah,
Does it not have any at all?
not really. He's just like set up and then prank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it what about the grandpa one? Is that also no plot?
Oh, that one had a plot, but I can't remember much of it really.
Cool. Where the wild things are is on
Mm.
Netflix. You can watch it later.
Yeah, that was a nice film.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I can't remember if I've seen the movie, but I definitely like read the
The book.
book. Yeah.
Oh.
I
I feel like
remember it being
movie is
very
actually somewhat
bizarre.
traumatizing.
I remember it being a very bizarre book though. Even though the
Yeah.
book's kind of traumatizing as a kid, like all these
Yeah.
like weird looking monsters.
Right. I mean, I as an adult now I can appreciate how it's really good at like illustrating that toddler anger tantrum,
Oh,
like just like in a rage,
Oh,
I
the book
think.
came
I don't
out
know. There's
in
some books that I
63.
can appreciate
Mhm.
better as an adult than as a kid.
Yeah.
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 Like the Little Prince. Like I really like it now
Hmm.
as an adult.
Yeah. And I feel like the illustrations in both Wild Things Are and like Little Prince are so iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Did you watch the movie? I think Netflix has a movie for The Little Prince. My friend recommended
Is
it,
that
but
a
I haven't
movie?
watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. There was a
Little
movie,
Prince
but I'm not sure. Is it a Netflix exclusive?
The cartoon movie,
Maybe.
2015.
Yeah. It's a recent one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have seen it, but I didn't really like it though. It was like it's different from the book, right? Like I remember like they kept like some of the main plot lines, but then like they added like a spin on it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well, I mean,
didn't really appreciate that so much.
if you guys were to like edit your story, how would you guys do it?
Oh,
I know, right?
I mean, like I'm definitely not like satisfied with my story. I mean, I'm never satisfied with my stories. But I'm not sure what I would change here though. I don't know. What would you like to see more from it? I guess that's a better question. What
Oh,
else would
I
you
mean, I feel like
to
self-critique
see?
is different from like other people's feelings, though.
Uh,
I guess
yeah,
as
but
you were writing it, were
maybe
there
like
times?
your personal critique could be like something that I agree with too, right? I'm like, oh yeah, that's a
That's
good point,
true.
you know.
I guess I'm curious, like as you're writing it, because when I'm writing my story, oftentimes I'm like, oh, this is problematic, but I'm too tired and lazy to check to like
Oh,
fix it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what
I
were
I
those
know what you mean.
moments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of moments like that. Okay, fine. I guess if I had to, or not, yeah, I guess if I had to fix it, I would. I think I'm really bad at descriptions, right? Like I can't describe something well, like, ugh, I can't even describe how to describe.
Oh, that's interesting that you say that because I felt like you did a fantastic job describing here. I can see it in my head.
Oh, but I felt like it
Mm-hmm.
was so plain though. Like I feel like it could have been more vivid. Like I could have like painted a more vivid picture.
But I thought like it
Do you
was
think?
intentional because it was kind of a dark story.
I
Which
kind of
part?
like the
mean,
fact that it's plain.
as in like I don't know, my imagination of this world is like very bleak and like it's not there's nothing like beautiful or like fantastic about it.
You mean you mean based on my description?
No, like based on the whole premise,
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Um, I feel like you did a really great job of using simple words to paint a picture. Like, whereas I cheat by using complicated words, but I'm not even sure if that's always the right technique. So, for example, like plants and creatures, you could have written like flora and fauna or something, right? But actually, that would not make it any better. I actually like just plants and creatures a lot better. So, my like I would say like my one critique would be sentence length variation. I think all of them are like quite long and about the same number
okay.
of words per sentence. So, like,
I'm
in order to have a better rhythm, I would say more shorter sentences in between.
I mean, my style is to usually try to do really short sentences. But then,
Mm-hmm.
like, I was reading like Stephen King's book the other day, and then he was saying something
Mm-hmm.
about like he was saying something about paragraphs, right? Like long paragraphs look good or something to that extent.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like conveyed more depth or something like that. That was what I took away from it, lah. You know. Then I
Mm-hmm.
realized like, oh yeah, actually a lot of my stories tend to be quite sentences are quite short and paragraphs are quite short.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that was like a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then like after I read that book and what he said, I was like, oh, maybe I should try and challenge myself to writing something a bit longer.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you succeeded because that's what I noticed. I was like,
Yeah,
it's a
no, but
very
I
long
guess if I guess
sentences.
it's I didn't really read it through myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
I guess I didn't get what you got from it, like the lack of rhythm, you know. So yeah,
Uh,
I guess I
it's not
could
like
go
they're
back and look
all
at it.
long. I think like
Okay,
maybe a
okay.
little bit more. It's like almost like in between, right? Like your previous sentences, like short and long, should be used or something like that. But it's one of those
Okay.
things where like I wouldn't expect you to have like done that in the first draft because it's like one of those things we have to go back and fix anyway.
Yeah, I think this is literally a first draft though.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
exactly.
finished it and I published it and I shared it.
Yeah. Which is great because I feel like we've never really like published anything consistently before. So thanks to you guys and a great idea of writing prompts.
Yeah. But I was like very pleasantly surprised with George's one though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more complicated, complex, and than like his previous stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I got the sense that he didn't rush this one.
See, like so no, so like his paragraphs are like the ones that I was trying to aim for.
Oh.
Like something like like wordy but very like descriptive and like tells a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I really like
I
that
mean,
about it.
it reminds me of Warcraft world, Warcraft lore.
Oh,
Because I think it's just the some of the vocab like marauders and villages. I'm like, oh yeah, I can imagine. Oh yeah, because now that I watched him play Dota as well, it's kind of fresh on my mind what that kind of looks like.
Mm.
So yeah, in my mind it was like kind of like Warcraft, the fungus, everything.
and I also like he didn't swear so much in this story.
I think
Oh
I
yeah, only
wrote
one.
right. Fucking idiots,
Oh no,
right?
there's only one. What was there? I only
Lazy
saw like
fucks.
lazy fucks.
Oh, lazy
Yeah.
fucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like I don't mind swearing, but then uh like you use it a lot in your stories, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
like it feels
Right.
like overused already. So like it's nice to see like you like can tell a story without
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
necessarily using swear words to like uh punctuate your point.
Yeah.
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 So
And
I
I was
like that.
thinking like, oh, sorry for interrupting.
No,
I
no,
was thinking
done,
how
yeah.
like for the Cli-Fi thing though, I think none of us really did like thought through the future and the second order
No,
implications.
I didn't
Like you,
like
I would
think
like,
about
yeah,
that while writing this. Yeah.
yeah. Neither did I. I was trying to like by using like
This
very
how we lose
bizarre
$3,000.
words. I know. Bizarre words to like describe objects because I'm just like maybe they would call it this in the future, but
Yeah.
I think we need to in order to get those kind of contest things, we need to write about you know, what the world would be like in the future.
Mm.
But you
No,
see
but
that
the thing is,
in
right,
your
with this
stories, they regressed back into the prehistoric age.
yeah, I know. No, but that's the thing with
Mm.
these like futuristic kind of stories is that
Mm-hmm.
you have to think about like I mean to me like I have to think about like the technology involved,
Yeah.
and then I have to think about like is this like feasible? Like how do you explain this
Hmm.
technology? And then like it just
Right.
becomes like too much overthinking, and then uh, like you take the fun away of like from the story.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe because I just don't
Exactly,
have
because if it's
experience
too.
writing all this sci-fi stuff,
Mhm.
right? So
Mhm.
I don't know how to approach it, but like for like more like medieval fantasy or whatever, it's like anything kind of goes.
Mhm.
Like you don't really need to explain. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
sci-fi could be that way too, right? Anything goes. It's your
I
world.
mean, like yeah, true, it's your world, but then you need to think of like the mechanics behind it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when like when like say you do like Star Wars, then you have a lightsaber, then you think like, oh, how's the lightsaber made? Like what can he do with the lightsaber? Those kind of
Mm.
things.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
feel
It's
like
very hard in a
all
short
these
story.
yeah, it's hard for a short story. I mean if you have like a lot of experience writing it, then it's fine.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like if I were to write about this based on like a sci-fi, it's almost like you can only have a chance to introduce like one novel MacGuffin object and like explain its properties
Mm-hmm.
and then base the story around that, or else there's like no time to or like to fit that in, and then the reader has to like learn so much. I don't think they'll be very pleased.
Well, it depends. Some
Um,
readers enjoy that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, that's like I was thinking of Isaac Asimov, right, as a classic example where he established the three laws of robotics quite
Mm-hmm.
early on in the story, and they're like, oh, okay, like, and then the whole story is just based around breaking the three laws.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one way. It's like if you can establish the law early on and follow that.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, anyway, do you guys want to do another writing prompt for next time, or do you want to rework this for the contest?
not gonna use
I'm
this
definitely
one.
not using this
Yeah.
for contests.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel it.
You don't feel it?
Yeah. I mean, but that's just
Okay.
me. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't. Okay, to be honest, I haven't really like taken a look at the criteria and what they really want, other than
Mm.
it being cli-fi. So I'm
Mhm.
not sure if like my current story is suitable for it anyway.
Uplifting cli-fi. That's all.
Yeah.
Basically, the world
Yeah.
that is like better off in the future.
What I haven't done is like actually read any cli-fi.
That is true too. Yeah, we have to.
No, but
Because I'm just
is
like,
that like
oh,
is that a good thing though? Because then now you're going in like with without any
fresh.
like
But you might totally
no
miss
no
the
you
mark of
you're
what a
going in without
cli-fi
any
story
bias, you
is,
know. Oh,
right?
that's true.
It's
That's
like me
true.
asking you to write erotica when you like don't read erotica. I think.
That would be very original.
But I mean, I guess it depends, right? Like, why are you
Yeah, fine.
writing erotica?
Maybe some other topic that you have no idea about lah. Like let's say write a
Mm.
Yeah.
topic about I don't know. Whatever random shit you can
I guess
think
like,
of.
if you ask me to write about Dota too, I really have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
True.
yeah,
Well,
like it might
That's true.
turn out to be a good story, but it might completely miss the point of like
yeah.
Yeah.
Because my other temptation is like, can I possibly do a new writing prompt and then like stick the two writing prompts together or something?
You
I can
can.
get more material.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
Yeah, but that means
Yeah.
we have to pick another sci-fi one though, because I think it's very hard unless it's a very general writing prompt to make it fit.
Oh, that's George's job tonight.
Yeah. Okay, George. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll see whether I could possibly fit it. But I think it's very hard because I don't have like, like just like you guys, I don't have that much time, and even just writing this one story per week is already so time consuming
yeah.
that I'm
I mean,
like,
I think it's good that
how can I
we're
compress
keeping
this?
it up.
Yeah.
We hold each
But
other.
on average, it takes me
accountable.
like 2 hours
Mm.
to of actual writing and like random time while sitting on a toilet or like fishing to think about the plot.
At least you're
Like,
fishing.
how long does it take? Yeah, exactly. Fishing is a very good activity. You're just standing there retrieving. I'm like, let me think about it.
Sounds like fun,
Um,
actually. I would like, yeah.
You
You
can
can
do
do
like a
it.
cli-fi
You can
about
look on YouTube
fishing.
where people go to the sungai.
Like I had a colleague back then, like in my first job. He used to go on fishing trips, so he and his buddies they'll like rent a boat and they'll go out to the ocean and
Oh yeah.
just fish and drink beers.
Mm-hmm.
I never joined him, but it always sounded like fun.
Do you get seasick?
Me, no, I don't. But
Oh,
I
okay,
haven't
that's
been
good.
on
Yeah,
that
then it'll be
many
fun.
boats, but every time I've been on, I haven't gotten seasick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's a very classy activity. I feel like ours is much more cheap and ghetto because we don't even have a boat. We just stand on the shoreline.
Do you sit? You just stand?
You pretty much have to, unless you happen to have a rock that's higher, then you can sit. But if you're like on the same level, you kind of have to stand, or else the retrieve is kind of weird.
And I guess it gets tiring, right? You just stand.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very persistent. Like, Yuhan can like stand in the cold water for the entire day, and but she's rewarded for her persistence.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you pick the prompt. We'll give it another shot. I feel like I'm faster now. Like, have you guys gotten faster?
Gotten slower, but not because like it's because I've been procrastinating.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of
I always
procrastinating,
feel
that
like
totally happened.
inspiration's gonna hit me the last minute, you know. But
Exactly.
instead I get panicked.
For me, I was
I
like,
think we were comparing
I
it
don't
to
even
Japanese
know
curry.
what a Dyson sphere is, and then I put it off until yesterday. I watched the video that was linked in the chat, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not so complicated. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I so remember we were talking about it on like in the last episode, right? But then I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it right away, and then
Yeah.
I went fishing, and then I was like doing it by thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, that works. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I was using a voice transcription software. I was using Otter, so I was kind of like
Yeah.
talking to myself while fishing. And I was like, what's going on? And then this person does this. It's so stupid.
Was it
But the
helpful?
thing is, I never actually had to refer to it.
Oh,
Sort of. I didn't even have to refer to it because once I say it out loud, I remember
Yeah.
it. But maybe it was complicated enough. I need to refer back.
Hmm.
And then only like last night I wrote the story. So and then I was like kind of dreading it because I was like, oh no, what if it doesn't come out as good as what I thought about? But I
Does
mean,
it
it came out
ever?
like fine. Exactly, it doesn't ever, right? So I don't know why I was worried about that. So I feel like I should have like done it even faster. So maybe today I'll get it done.
Yeah.
Because it actually takes 2 hours for me to write one of this
Okay.
length.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. Singip thinks it's like making a curry. We need to let it simmer in our brains.
I think,
So I don't know
I
whether the
think you
extra
do
days
though.
helped. Yeah. I mean, my original plot was definitely not the same one. So yes, I needed more time to think it through.
Yeah, I knew like I roughly had an idea of what I wanted, and then but then I was like thinking like how could I approach it, you know? I actually like tried writing it a few times during the week, but then like it just never came out properly. I just kept deleting it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I feel like I actually don't do any deleting these days. No, I
Oh.
can't afford to delete. I just have to keep going. So you actually wrote even more than what we see.
Well, I mean, I just started the intro. That I was like, no, this doesn't look right already.
Oh. Well, I mean, the end result was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
we all put in very good effort this round. Much
Yeah.
better than last time with the stupid TV show. That was
Eventually,
painful
we'll be
for
good
myself.
writers, and like
Yes.
people will tune in.
I mean, we're all
for
like
writing
doing
advice.
Yeah.
we're all doing like topics that we don't really would have picked ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good experience.
that's true.
I don't know. I think like out of all of them, like this week's one's like the best that I've read
Mhm.
from both of you.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So maybe like Cli-Fi is your thing.
This is not even Cli-Fi. Well, mine isn't. I know Kristen's like partly. Yeah,
Or whatever this
Yeah.
genre is.
sci-fi.
Well,
It seems to
Yeah.
suit your. I don't know. Like I don't know. It came off really well. Like, I really liked it. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I used to read more sci-fi. I think that helps a little bit.
I've
But-
only read like a handful of sci-fi, like Ender's Game and
Oh, I have not read Endless Game.
Ender's Game's pretty
It's on my
good.
to-read list.
I enjoy it, but I don't know. A lot of people think
Ender's
it's trash, but I don't know. There's like varied opinions. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a very popular book with the military. I think it's on their military reading list.
Ah, okay.
Oh really? Huh.
Yeah, there's
I
like a
mean,
US.
It's basically war,
people-
but in space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then the other one is Ready Player One.
Oh yes, I
yeah.
read that one too.
Yeah. I enjoyed that book.
I think my bookshelf is like almost
The
exclusive
movie,
fantasy.
not so much.
Oh,
Oh really?
I have not.
I mean, okay,
seen
like,
the
I
movie.
never read the book, but then I thought the movie was not bad though.
Yeah. I mean,
My issue with the movie from the trailer is the main character is too like hot or something, or like good looking, because he's not supposed to be. I think.
yeah, I mean, but it's Hollywood, you know. You have to have someone attractive.
Well,
To
in my mind, I was
lead.
thinking, gosh, who's the guy from Frozen who plays Olaf? Josh Gad is who I imagine when
Oh.
I'm like reading the book.
Josh Gad.
Yeah, he was in Book of Mormon. He's like a theater.
Oh, he's much
Singer.
too old.
Sure. Oh, I mean, he's if you see him look for him in Book of Mormon, he looks really young in there because he's dressed as a Mormon kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Ready Player One relies a lot on nostalgia, like clearly. Like in order to enjoy it, I feel like you have to know what he's referencing.
Yeah,
all
but
the
the thing is, like,
Gundams and
so the
whatnot.
movie like updated the nostalgia.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're like referencing like cartoons and I mean games from I guess 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, wait, no, that's not right. It's supposed to be 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the book, like I think they
Yeah.
updated it because you know people who watch it these days, well, the younger generation wouldn't get it lah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I don't know. I don't like
I
that.
mean, you
Catering
know,
to
they
younger
put
crowds.
like what Minecraft and Mar, what was it? I can't remember StarCraft and like a lot of like modern stuff in the movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess it was a way to get more licensed characters in to draw more people in and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it wasn't
I
like that in the
suppose.
book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's only like the concept then. It's like they took a skeleton of the plot and
Yeah, yeah, they
filled that
did.
with other
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Well, no, not a super huge fan. It's actually also very I don't know. Would you say it's
Dystopian.
dystopian
Yeah,
actually?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the real
Well,
world at least.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which apparently like fits many TV tropes. Oh, actually, what I also did when I was writing a story is look on tvtropes.com and try to like find a plot line that would
Mhm.
make sense.
Okay.
But it's pretty hard to go from there because like the only like I was asking you, Han, like what's a movie plot you enjoy? I'm just gonna strip that and use that as my story. But we couldn't really even think of. And she was like, Michael Crichton Jurassic Park. I was like,
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. And a lot of the stories, like, especially sci-fi ones, are like MacGuffin stories, where it's like you have a magical object that you have to find or like use or something like that, and the whole plot's based around that.
Mhm.
There's actually very little variety.
Hmm. I guess so. I don't know, but that's hmm, like fantasy as well, usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think like the whole like breaking tropes sort of maybe really stand out, but very few people can pull that off. Because then our brain is not wired to expect that kind of plot. Well, anyway, that's why I think Game of like Ice Song of Ice and Fire is so good because it breaks all the tropes. But we will never know the ending.
I mean, in the
Oh,
end, it's
speaking of
still a
which,
save the world story, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But someone posted on like Free Folk, like this alternative like interpretation or headcanon where it's like everything after Arya landed in the fetid waters, you know, after she got like stabbed in the stomach by the whatever girl, like and landed in the water. After that, it's all her fever dreams. Like it's all just like scenes that
oh,
she's about to die. And that makes sense because it's like so the characters become super one dimensional. Like she somehow saves the world, and like Cersei and like those other people die for like very off-screen reasons. All of it makes complete sense.
It was a
And so
super
that's my
long dream
favorite.
then.
Exactly. But and then like, you know, Daenerys goes crazy. Like all of it makes complete sense if you think of it as like Arya's perspective since she's about to die.
And she wakes up and takes off the VR headset. That
Yeah,
was a good game.
exactly. Exactly.
She was
That in a
playing
way makes
the
it more
latest
satisfying.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. All right. Should we take questions and end it soon or
Yeah.
yeah.
So, to our single
my friends are
viewer,
like, why are you awake so early?
to accommodate Malaysians.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, just drop them in the chat. In the meantime, we'll plug our sponsor, New Wave Flow State Coffee. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you need a cup of coffee, well, if you need coffee that's made from L-theanine and raw cacao, this can give this coffee a try. It's said to lower anxiety, improve brain function, and support creativity. Great for kickstarting your morning or maintaining optimal productivity through your workday. And if you use our URL in the text below, you get 10% off your order, and 2 bags will get you free shipping, including to Malaysia. And yeah, so feel free to give New Wave Flow State Coffee a try.
Yeah, and the creator is, I think, spinning up a podcast right now.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, he's gonna feature creatives and then just talk about his own journey, probably.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Is he doing Flow State full time?
Yes. It's definitely like, because given like the amount of like work he's put into it, I'm like, there's no way this is not full time. Because he's also like always posting on social media and is always actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I really admire that about him. Like, that's my one weakness is I'm not good at coming up with like social media content.
Oh, you have to start
But anyway,
somewhere.
that's why my co-founder is the one doing it. I don't know what to say.
I mean, I didn't know how to do social media posts as well, like when I first started my job, and had to learn lah. Yeah, and eventually it'll become
It's not easy, though.
like second nature once you do it long enough.
I do
Yeah.
feel like it's a young people's game.
It is. Like I do it for work so much, and I don't even do it for my own stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it
'Cause
feels
I-
like work if you do it for yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. And I think it's just my personality. I'm not really like a pay attention to me,
Yeah.
which I understand
Me
you have to
too.
do, like, right? You know, sell a product.
Yeah.
But I think I like this kind of thing where we're talking about something we do rather than what's up with me?
But that's the thing, right? Like if we want more people to tune in, we have to put ourselves out there.
Yeah, okay, speaking of which, yeah, I feel like we haven't been doing a very good job of that. How can we improve? I'm wondering. Well, first of all, I need to finish uploading the episodes still. Like, it keeps falling down the to-do list. So let me make a goal for myself. Upload all by. I need to do it by our 52nd episode.
Okay.
Because I think that should be our year anniversary.
Yeah, we should have an
What is this bramble
anniversary
thing?
episode. We can like
Ooh.
plan.
Yes, I've heard of this. Okay.
What?
So Singip linked this way to
Hang out
Oh.
virtually.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
virtually. But it's only in private beta though.
Oh, is it?
Bramble.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your space to gather. Oh, I like the art.
Streaming.
Bring program.
Podcasting.
No
I'm signing
downloads,
up.
all browser. Visit different worlds. Yeah, looks kind of fun. Cool. No need to hover. Okay, request early access.
Yeah, it's a type form, which I appreciate.
Are you using what? Interested in using it for an event? Do you put yes or no for that?
I put yes. And then I put event streaming / podcast or something.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other ones that are similar to this, though. I need to look it up because my friends mentioned it on Discord.
What date is the event?
I just put
What
every
did you put?
Friday.
Oh, I put ASAP.
This is such a nice form.
It is a
Roughly
very
how many
nice
people
one.
do you think will attend?
I put 3.
1,000.
3.
Instead,
Oh, we're too honest. We should put 1,000.
email is fine. Sure. Yes. Oh, submitted form. Okay,
You like to
cool.
try Bramble? You
Well-
like to try out Bramble yourself? Will me and
I put yes. Because I thought maybe it will give me a higher bump on the list.
Yeah. Oh, do you think it's gonna be a paid thing in the future?
Oh, for
I
sure.
mean, obviously they're gonna monetize it, right?
Yeah, but
But they probably monetize it for high volume, like, actual conferences or
Oh,
something. And then
right.
like have a free tier for bums like us. Oh, speaking of which we cannot end without me going back to this. What happened to the calligraphy thing? Do you think that I will get distracted and forget about it?
Yeah.
That didn't work. Good try. I almost forgot.
Well, it's not on them. I don't see the link.
Exactly. He didn't link it to us. See? We almost got fooled by singing it.
No, it's on my iPad. My iPad's not with me now.
Yeah.
I'll link it to you
Fine.
after when we're done.
All right.
Where is it? Where is it? Okay.
All right.
Well,
With that, we
my
can
my
call
dream of making merch still gonna happen.
it.
Yeah, but like how? Because I feel very torn. Because I personally, I feel like it's now very trendy, right? To be like content creator. I'm a content creator, and
Yeah.
I have a podcast and a newsletter. I'm probably guilty of this myself, but I feel like subconsciously I have this like guilt where I feel like, oh, like I don't like. I mean, our content isn't exactly like tight. Like you have to be willing to sit and listen to us jab for like an hour and a half or like 2 hours now, and so I feel like I don't promote it because I'm like, who is gonna do that? But on the other hand, like that's like some kind of like self-dissing to think that way and to think that no one wants to listen to us talk for 2 hours every week.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do like I mean, like we all had Clubhouse. You could do that.
Yeah, and I was thinking exactly that. Like it's trendy to do Clubhouse now,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like I don't like that idea at all. It's like kind of like it is totally like who has time to listen to a bunch of people talk for like hours on end. You know?
No, you'd be surprised. Like when I look at the rooms, like
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who like just hang out.
Can we do that? Like where we stream and do Clubhouse at the same time?
We can.
Oh right.
Would it conflict?
I mean, I can just like stream Clubhouse while we chat. Yeah. But I don't know.
Okay,
I
why don't
mean,
we try that? Because I wonder if that's
But you don't have
a newer
you're not using an iPhone, right,
who?
me.
Kristen? Yeah.
They don't have an Android app?
No, it's
No.
iPhone only for now.
Oh, I have an iPad.
Should
Is
work.
there an iPad app?
I mean, you can use all
I've had an
iPhone
iPhone
apps on
I just
iPad,
need-
right?
Oh right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's
It's
true.
just stretched if it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So
if
maybe
you
we
want to
should
check it out,
try.
let me know. I can send you an invite. It's invite only.
Oh
too.
yes, please. I don't have an invite. Yeah.
You can send
Please
her an
invite me to Clubhouse.
invitation.
Yes.
And I'm pulling strings for you.
Thank you.
They gave me like a few extra invites and like I don't
Nice.
even use it.
How
Oh,
do I
you have
even
it already?
send it?
I have it on the iPhone that I use
Oh.
for reviews. Yeah.
Okay. So like
How do I send an
yeah.
invite?
You click that
Is everyone just
envelope
on
thing.
Clubhouse now?
No, but then where does it go to? Like, is it email or phone?
Doesn't it say?
Oh, okay. It's an iMessage. Hold on. Do you get my message, Kristen? I
Where
sent
do
you
you
an
send it to?
iMess. I sent you an iMessage. It's to your phone number. I thought maybe you would link it with your iPad.
No, I don't have it linked to my iPad. You just send it through the Discord.
You wasted one invitation.
No, you can just copy and paste it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. My iPad doesn't
But
have
you have to
a
use
phone.
but you have to use that number to register, though.
Oh,
you-
possibly.
Yeah, I'll just send you I'll just paste what the invite said.
Okay. All right. I'll give it a shot on the old iPad. Very old. No, I don't see anything. So sad. Maybe I can't even get it to work. Do I have messages here?
You do.
I feel
but
like messages. Yeah, I don't get anything because it's not connected to anything. Because this isn't
Oh.
a Wi-Fi only.
No, but you can still receive iMessages through Wi-Fi. But I mean,
Oh,
I
then
guess it
maybe I
depends
never had
whether
set it up.
you, yeah. go
Okay.
to your
Well,
your
I'll figure it out.
setting. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just wasted my
Okay.
invite.
No.
All right.
I mean, maybe what I can do is like set it up and then click on the link and set that up.
You go to your settings and then like messages.
Mhm.
Then when you say send and receive, you can choose like how you can be contacted through like phone numbers, emails. You can have multiple sources. So
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's try Clubhouse next time and see how
Yeah.
it goes, and then maybe we'll have a new audience.
Yeah, we can give it a shot.
And people can
Yeah.
join in too.
Oh,
Like
I don't like
people
that.
can like people can request to
I'll
join
be
in your
invited to the room.
conversation.
I heard a lot of people have been
Anyone
like,
can join your room, right? But everyone is muted by default. So
oh,
if you
I
want to
see.
speak, you have to like raise your virtual hand. And
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I see. Well, I mean, that's a full cool system. But I heard what's been happening is people have like their access numbers on their phone or something, and then like Clubhouse will send invites to them, and then they'll be put in the welcome room with the ex or something, or someone they went on a date with, and it's super awkward. Like
Oh,
there's some awkward mechanics involved with the invitation. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, nice chatting with all of you. George, you picked the prompt.
Yeah.
I need to finish uploading the episodes. Singam needs to send me the
All right.
calligraphy.
Take care, guys.
Or at least if
Alright.
you really want to give up, like you pick the calligraphy font and then we'll do over from there.
okay. All right.
Okay, well, goodbye world for now.
Goodbye.
See you
See
next week.
you. Bye.
Ciao.
Maybe on Clubhouse. Bye.
Bye.